Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu. Listen carefully. Before you scroll, before your mind wanders, before you tell yourself, I already know this, ask yourself one honest question. If I truly believe in Allah, why do I still struggle to control myself? Why do intentions feel strong at night, but collapse by morning? Why do we promise Allah change, then repeat the same sin again and again? This is not a random reminder. This is a mirror, and what you're about to hear may disturb you, but only because truth always does. Stay with me. You don't lack discipline, you don't lack intelligence, and you don't even lack Iman the way you think you do. What you lack is awareness of the enemy within you. Yes, Shayṭān whispers. Yes, the world distracts. But the Quran points to something closer, something more dangerous. Allah says in the Quran that the soul itself commands evil, unless Allah shows mercy. Pause here. Let me ask you something uncomfortable. If Shayṭān disappeared tonight, would you suddenly become perfect? Be honest. Because if the answer is no, then the problem is not just outside of you. And here is the fear. Most people live their entire lives fighting Shayṭān, while ignoring the self that opens the door for him. That is why self-control feels impossible. And here is the urgency. Every delay hardens the heart. Every excuse strengthens the habit. Every later weakens the will. But there is hope, powerful hope, and it begins with understanding why you feel weak. Stay with me. Imagine a believer standing between two calls. One call comes from desire. It speaks softly. It promises comfort now and regret later. The other call comes from guidance. It is quieter. It promises struggle now and peace later. This believer is not evil. He prays. He believes. He knows right from wrong. Yet he hesitates. Why? Because the soul was never designed to be neutral. It either inclines upward or slides downward. Islam teaches us that the soul has states, one that commands evil, one that blames itself, and one that finds peace. Here is the painful truth. Most people live trapped between the first two. They sin, then they regret, then they repeat. Sound familiar? Now listen carefully, this is crucial. Self-control does not disappear suddenly. It erodes slowly. One unchecked glance, one delayed prayer, one just this once, one night of distraction instead of remembrance. And suddenly you wake up wondering, why do I feel empty? Why does worship feel heavy? Why can't I stop myself anymore? If self-control was a muscle, would you expect it to grow without exercise? Exactly. Yet we expect spiritual strength without spiritual training, and then we blame ourselves. Or worse, we stop trying. But this is where the story turns, because Allah never exposes a weakness without offering a way out. Stay. Here is the frightening part. The longer you live without self-control, the more normal disobedience becomes. Sins stop feeling heavy. Reminders stop feeling urgent. And death feels far away. That is not coincidence. That is spiritual anesthesia. And Shayṭān loves anesthetized hearts. Let me ask you something direct. If today was your last day, would your habits testify for you or against you? Silence. Because deep down you already know the answer. But here is the exciting part. The moment you become aware, you regain power. Self-control in Islam is not about force. It is about direction. You don't fight desire head-on. You starve it. You redirect it. You replace it. That is why Allah links change to the inner self. Because when the inner world changes, the outer behavior follows. Small consistent actions, guarding one prayer, leaving one sin for Allah's sake, remembering Allah in moments of temptation. These are not small to Allah. You don't fall into sin because you are weak. You fall because you forgot why you are strong. What if the very struggle you hate is actually the sign that Allah still wants you? Think about that. Self-control is not perfection. It is returning. Returning after failure, returning after weakness, returning even when you feel unworthy. The strongest believers are not those who never fall. They are the ones who never stay down. And listen to this carefully. Allah is not waiting for you to become perfect before He helps you. He is waiting for sincerity. The moment you choose Allah over desire, even once, you begin reclaiming control. And tonight, right now, this reminder may be your turning point, but only if you respond. Before you leave, don't just watch silently. I want you to do something meaningful. In the comments, write one struggle you are asking Allah to help you control, not for people, not for likes, but as a quiet contract between you and Allah. Write it with honesty, write it with humility, write it with hope, because sometimes the first act of self-control is admitting you need help. May Allah strengthen your soul, restore your discipline, and make this reminder a reason for your return. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu.